Hello, welcome back to GP Nail Art. Jessica here. I have my Cascade Colorworks, that'll be up in the cards for you. And on my left hand I have just green gel polish. So this is from the Lavender Violets kit that I featured in the product haul video. And this, I believe, is number 13. It's kind of hard to tell the number on the bottom of the bottle, but I'll also be using my Zebra Glittering Nails Misty Days. This is from the American Horror Story collection, and it's kind of this really beautiful gold dip powder, but I'm going to use it kind of as a topper for just a subtle gold accent. So that's what we're going to get into now. I am using my gel, all my gel liquids, so it's mostly gel for this video, but I wanted to do some St. Patrick's Day nail art, so we'll get into that. I am going to speed this up a little bit, so I'm just applying my gel base coat to 4 of my fingers. I'm not going to apply any right now to my middle finger because I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, but all these 4 fingers will have that golden glitter accent kind of on the tip of my nail, like a little bit like an ombre. But we'll get into that in just a moment. Okay, so before I cure, and I am going to zoom in on this as well, but before curing that base coat, I'm taking my eyeshadow brush, and this is an e.l.f. Eyeshadow blending brush, I believe. And I'm just pointing my finger and nail downward towards the little dip container and tapping that golden dip powder onto or towards the tip of my nail. I'm slightly moving a little bit upward, but not very much. And I'm just grabbing more dip powder as I need it. And it looks really bright and golden right now, but I've used this topper, this golden dip powder before, and I think it has kind of a clear base to it with the gold glitters. So once you apply your top coat and everything, it looks much more subtle, but you'll see how that turns out at the end. So I'm just kind of rotating my thumb a little bit, my nail a little bit as I'm applying it as well, but again, kind of that nail pointed downward and just tapping it where I think I need a little bit more. And I'm not touching the brush to my nail at all. And the nice thing about using the gel liquids as well for something like this is you don't have to worry about that drying on you. It's not going to be dry until you cure it. I'm just tapping off the excess powder, and then I am going to, before I do anything else, cure this in the lamp for the 60 seconds. Okay, so now that that is done curing, that base coat does still have a sticky layer. So I'm just going to use that same brush and kind of brush off a little bit of the excess powder. But you'll see that most of that does stay on my nail. And I'm going to go ahead and top coat these nails with the Lavender Violets gel top coat that came in the kit as well. I will speed this up and cure this for 60 seconds as well, and then we will get into a little bit more nail art for my middle finger. Okay, so you can see how that's much more of a subtle look than it looked when I was applying it to the nail, but that is actually what I wanted, so that I knew that's how it was going to come out using that dip powder, and I did want just a subtle look for those. So depending on what kind of look you're going for, you could use a different or chunkier type glitter that will give you more of a bold look if that's what you want as well. So I didn't show the bottom number on this particular gel polish, but it is a lighter green than what I applied to all of my nails, and this is going to be for some nail art. We're going to do a 4-leaf clover. So I'm just using my dotting tool, and I'm going to kind of the way I did in one of my Valentine's Day videos. I'm doing kind of the 2 dots kind of in a circle, and these are going to be like the 4 clover leaves. So I'm just going to kind of pull those down so they kind of look like a heart, but they're all going towards the same center. And then when you kind of add a little bit to the center, it looks like one cohesive piece, I guess. I ended up not really liking this first application a little bit, but the nice thing with the gel polish, you can just kind of wipe it off and start over. So that's what I'm gonna do, because I didn't like it. And I did just use alcohol to wipe it off with a cotton round. Don't need to use acetone for something like that, but I am going to start over. I think I use a smaller dotting tool the second time, around maybe, or I did the dots a little bit further apart as well. No, I am using a smaller dotting tool. And I'm zooming in for you so you can kind of see where I'm placing them and how I'm going to kind of pull those all down toward the center, kind of like a heart type shape, but so that it looks like a 4-leaf clover. So I'll go ahead and let you watch for now, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, and once I was happy with how the leaves looked, I did flash cure those as well, just so I know it's staying in place. So anything else that I do, if I need to wipe it off, I don't have to start off from the very beginning. So that's another tip that I've learned along the way. When you're happy with it, cure it, so then if you decide to add something else and you don't like it, you don't have to start over. Because that's exactly what I'm doing here. I was attempting to add like a stem kind of towards the bottom, but I was not really liking how it looked. So you see, I just wipe it off and move on. So I pulled out the white polish. I was gonna kind of add some other accents. I was playing around with like adding some dots or some other kind of like art to it. I wasn't really loving how it was looking, so I ended up wiping those off too. But you know, that's what the nice thing about the gel, you can just easily remove it if you don't like it because it hasn't been cured yet. So wasn't really loving that, so I'm just wiping those off with alcohol as well. But I'm looking, I keep looking at it because it needs something. It was just a little kind of flat looking to me. Didn't really look complete, I guess. So that's why I was trying to figure out kind of what it was that I needed to add. So I am using, this is the same base color that is on all of my nails. And I apologize because I do end up going out of frame because I'm trying to kind of like focus on what it is that I'm doing, trying to like paint onto my nails, but all I'm actually doing is just kind of towards the center. You know how sometimes plants will have a darker center to them. So I'm just kind of adding a couple little lines towards the center of each of the leaves to kind of give it a little bit more of a dimension to it. So I was able to zoom in a little bit so you can kind of see what I'm doing here, but just very, very easy, simple, just kind of lines to give it a little bit more depth and dimension. And then I'm going to go ahead and flash cure that as well. That's so cute looking so far though. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and go in with my base coat, and I am applying that to the whole nail. But I still wanted a little something something, so I'm going to add the gold gem right to the center of the 4-leaf clover. I'm just grabbing a little bit of base so that I can pick up one of the gems with my orange stick. And then I haven't cured that base coat on my nail yet, so I can easily kind of place that and move it around, make sure it's right there in the center of the 4-leaf clover before I cure. Isn't that cute? It looks so cute, and I thought it was the perfect accent to kind of go with the gold on the other nails as well. So it just kind of tied everything all together. So I'm going to go ahead and cure that as well, and then I'll go in with the top coat. And I am going in with my Candy Skincare. This one is Quiet Night, which was part of the, I believe it was called Sharing is Caring trio that she had out. I don't believe it's available any longer. She has a new trio bundle out right now, which I have not gotten yet. I'm not sure if I will or not, but still love the Candy Skincare. But let me know what you think of this mani, of the 4-leaf clover, what you guys have planned for St. Patrick's Day or for mani ideas and things like that. I'll probably have one more St. Patrick's Day mani before the holiday, and we'll be getting into some more springtime stuff as well. But until next time, bye for now.